You can help avoid conflicts. It helps have more of a structured calendar for them relative to their academic schedule. Whereas before we used to have someone practice in the morning, someone practice in the evening. Now they have a designated time that they can work around. Helps with our former athletes. Mike Conley comes back and he's going to live here in the summertime. He has a place to go to and work out without having to work around issues, and that's important. Evan Turner, all those guys coming back, they love being able to come and work out here. So that's huge for us in a big way. Michael Redd, who contributed to this project when he was playing, he'd come back a lot, so that was a part of it. And then the other part is for our coaches. This is their classroom. This is where they teach, and you want them to have the best teaching facilities available. So it's worked out extremely well.
Gene, this is for all athletes, correct? Because I mean, the basketball facility, but we saw a sprinter down in the training room.
Right.
And how much of this is a boost to all athletes here?
Oh, it's a boost to all athletes. One, because as basketball gets better, it helps support their programs. But the other part is there's certain segments like the training room that you mentioned. All of our trainers can use that area for other athletes. You mentioned the track athletes down there. There'll be other athletes that will use that whirlpool area and the SwimX area. The weight room is used by multiple teams. Dave Richardson uses that, working with the other strength coaches. The basketball courts are designated for basketball, but the other areas helps the other sports as well. So this is good.
How does this the financial aspects of it, what the overall price tag is, and Dan mentioned that there's still more fundraising that needs to be done, and just the response you had from the community and former athletes and everybody to be a part of something like this?
It's been great. It was a $19 million project. It started at 13 and it escalated to 19 once I involved the coaches. I don't know why I do that, but it went up to 19, and then it was the right things to do. We've been blessed, and I mentioned, Michael Redd stepped up and he helped us in a great way, and we've had a lot of different donors that stepped up and named lockers and named. Dad stepped up, he and his wife Barb, and sponsored the lobby in the name of their children. So we're still fundraising. We have to finish off the graphics in the facility. I think you guys walked through the hallway.
Some bare spots still there.
Yeah, we want to finish off with the graphics there. We'll probably send off an RFP to hire a company to help design what that looks like, and then we'll fundraise the dollars for that to try and finish that off. So we're fortunate that a lot of people stepped up, and it helped us in a great way.
How does this compare to some of the other facilities in the country you've gone out and seen?
Actually, it compares very well. When we started this, we sent our architect and others out to different places to see some of those facilities. We got copies of some of the plans that other schools have done. Went to Nebraska because they were designing a new facility, and Georgia because we heard about the circular locker rooms, and we wanted to see what that actually looked like. And so we looked at places, and we didn't go overboard. I think one of our principles and philosophies is to do what we need to do, make it exciting, but not be ostentatious. And I think we've done that here. We've kind of met that happy medium. So I feel good about how it compares to other places.
Just switching subjects for 1 second, do you have any comment on the Jared Sullinger situation?
Yeah, I don't have enough detail on it to have a comment.
But it's been good for me personally. Is this a sign of the times, this type of facility with college athletics?
Actually, we're catching up. It's a number of schools across the country have had facilities like this. Arizona State had it. When I was leaving, it was on the design board. We're starting to fundraise, and so it's in place down there. Iowa State, when I left Iowa State, it was on the design board, and it's complete there. So we're really catching up. Michigan State was one of the leaders. They had one there, and it's beautiful. And so we're really catching up, primarily where you have designated gyms. And that's the main piece. You have designated gyms for your teams to be able to practice and work around the academic schedule, which is critical.
Is there any part of it, Gene, that's like a favorite of yours, like you walk by?
Thank you.
This is awesome that we got.
I love the weight room, man. I have to say, I haven't been into the SwimX yet. I'm going to get in there one day if Vince lets me, but I love the weight room. I understand that is the place where reality sets in, where physically and mentally your toughness is really developed. And so I love what we did with the weight room. It services our ice hockey team, both basketball programs and some other sports periodically. You got to have a great weight room in order to develop your athletes. So I think that's my top one. And then my second one is the athletic training room. We put in all the modalities and all the things that Vince and Shalice need for our team, so I feel good about that too.